Would you like to turn £120 into £46,440? One way of doing it would be placing a bet on a horse at 386 to 1, but for most of us it's a bit of a stretch. But HMRC managed it recently in a VAT investigation that was approved following a tribunal. It's one of those cases that really illustrates the need to get your VAT right and to declare it. The case involved a haulier, Jon Davies, who submitted a nil VAT return for 3 years. HMRC wanted to look at his records to check this, but he wasn't too helpful and didn't send anything. As part of a separate investigation into one of his customers, they found 2 sales invoices from Jon Davies. Each sales invoice was £300 plus VAT, a total of £120 of VAT. Therefore, HMRC now knew that Mr Davies should have been paying VAT to them. So how did they get the £46,440? They looked at the dates and the invoice numbers. Legally, your sales invoices must be sequentially numbered. The first invoice was invoice 20141, dated the 12th of February 15, and the second was invoice 20268, dated the 4th of March 15. Therefore, on average, the haulier raises 43 invoices per week. They then looked at the amount of VAT on each invoice. There was £60 on each of the invoices that they had discovered, and they actually took a relatively kind view that the average VAT per invoice would only be £30, i.e. half of that. If there are 43 invoices per week with £30 of VAT each, and 48 working weeks in a year, that leads to output VAT of £61,920 per annum. They were officially investigating 5 quarters of VAT, so the total was £77,400. A business can reclaim input VAT, i.e. the VAT on its purchases. To allow for this, in this case, HMRC used the average percentage for somebody in the haulier business, as calculated for the flat rate VAT scheme. The flat rate VAT scheme is usually used to simplify VAT for businesses and uses a calculated industry standard percentage for the VAT due as a percentage of gross sales. Therefore, HMRC already had an agreed rate of 10% of gross sales for this industry, i.e. the average VAT payable is 10% of gross sales. Based on the output VAT calculated above, the gross sales for the period would be £464,400. And so the VAT due to HMRC was 10% of this, £46,400. Now this is a totally logical process and if anything could be argued to understate the VAT. Of course, Mr Davies felt otherwise. He first claimed that they weren't his invoices. He then claimed that the £120 was the total VAT in the period and that he shouldn't even need to pay that as he could reclaim some input VAT. The judge disagreed and HMRC won the tribunal. As always, it is best to get your VAT right and to declare it. You can't hide from the taxman, even while you might think they're busy with coronavirus grants and furlough claims. If you are open, honest and declare everything, there's nothing to be worried about. If you're trying to hide things from HMRC though, they will track you down. If you have any questions at all about VAT, please get in touch and we can sort it out. If you'd like to see more videos where we answer lots of questions on tax and accounts, take a look at our YouTube channel. You can also subscribe for more videos.